guys, it's Cindy the Scrapologist. I'm here on the floor of my studio. Um, you get a nice look at my beautiful 200-year-old floors. Aren't they cool with the old square nails? I love these floors. But anyway, I'm here because I have 3 cutting mats that I have damaged and warped. This one, and I'm trying not to melt my microphone cord on my iron here. That's something I totally would do. Hang on, let me get this situated here. Sorry. So anyway, I warped 3. I have 3 cutting mats, and I warped all 3 of them. And they're so bubbled. You can't really see it, but they're so bubbled that I just haven't been able to use them, and I really need them. So I'm going to do one mat on camera here in case you are like me and you love to set your tea on your mat and forget about it and then it warps. That's how 2 of these got bubbled, and then one of them I think I ironed some fabric for a spine, and the it just got too hot. So any kind of heat is going to bubble up your mat, but they can be fixed. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to do all 3 of my mats, but I'm just going to show you one. So I just have an old kitchen towel here that is soaked through wet, and I have an iron that is on its hottest setting. Now don't laugh. Yes, my iron is from the 1970s. This was my grandmother's. My husband and I just love old stuff, and my husband especially, his business is called Retro Electrotech, so he loves anything from the 70s with this orange and brown colors. But anyway, I'm just going to go through and get this really hot. And you can see it's steaming, and it's starting to flatten out. That's working real well. And you just basically iron your bubbles out. This one looks like it's going to work pretty well and not create bubbles at the other end. Sometimes all you do is you push the bubble to the other end. Okay. So I just want to make sure that my mat is nice and warm. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to warm up this side here too. And there's still another bubble down here. And you may, depending on the severity of your warping, you may have to iron for a while. And then what I'm going to do, while it's still warm, it's still a little bubbling, but I'm going to put something heavy on top of this. Okay, and then I'm going to leave this for several hours. And by the way, you see this luscious box here? This is all antique ephemera that is getting packaged up to put them into de-stash kits. I'm going to do another de-stash kit because I want to share all of this lovely lusciousness. So here's some newspapers from the 1800s. I've got all kinds of really antique stuff in here. So anyway, this looks like it's pretty well placed down. I might have put a little something here and a little something there, and then I will, in a couple of hours, I'll come back and show you how this did. Okay, so it is actually 1 month later. Things got a little crazy here and a little busy, but also I had 3 of these to do, and each one took me 4 times to get almost all of the bubbles out. So this particular mat that I'm showing now, everything that I just showed you, I had to do it 4 times. And so it took a lot longer than I thought, and this one still isn't perfect. You can see that there's still some bubbles in it. I hope you can see that on the camera. But the mat is now usable because the whole center, which is my workspace, which had a big giant bubble in it, it's nice and flat where I work. But I've decided that I'm never doing this again. I did not enjoy it. I got bored with it. I didn't like being down on the floor on my hands and knees. I hate ironing. And next time I get a nice hefty sale in my shop, I'm just going to go buy another one because I'm never doing this again. And when I buy my new one, I'm going to have a designated spot for my tea so that I stop setting it on my mat without thinking and leaving it there and creating a bubble. So I think this went a lot easier on my smaller mat, but this is my favorite one because it's 24 inches across. So, and this is a more expensive one. So I'm glad that this one is at least workable, usable in the middle here. But the other two, I did it once on each one, and it just, as I was ironing, it just created more bubbles. A lot of times you just push the bubbles to a different area, so you have to do it multiple times. So that's just me. I mean, this might work for you. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever tried this. I've heard that you can soak these in warm water in the bathtub. That kind of helps make them more supple again, and then lay them down with books on top of them. And that is supposed to work too. I don't know, but my advice is just buy a new one. That's what that's my verdict. Okay. So thank you for watching. I'm sure this was a terribly boring video, just watching my mat the whole time. That's why I put my face up here at the end. But I've been out shoveling all morning. We had close to 2 feet of snow yesterday and a foot and a half a few days before that. So I'm looking a little haggard, but that's okay. I don't care. So anyway, okay, that's all I have to say about this. Don't do it, okay? It gets a big thumbs down from me. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.